What is up, everybody? My name is Necroneos, and today I have for you a Vendread deck profile. Please don't go into this deck profile thinking it's going to be the best thing in the world. It's worked really well for me at locals, but competitive is not locals. So, getting right into it, we of course have three Vendread Slayers. Vendread Slayers. Really good. It's kind of a harder card to get out of unless your opponent can like bounce cards or something like that. As long as you summon it correctly, which you should be most of the time. So, yeah. Then we got three Yugioh Solitaire. Obviously, we are playing zombies, so probably can't play zombies correctly if you're not running Solitaire anymore. Three Unizombie. Again, you're playing zombies. Solitaire summons Unizombie. Unizombie summons or sends Mizuki, summons Solitaire back. Then you have Omega. That's how you play this deck. Mizuki, pretty self-explanatory. Summons any zombie from the graveyard. Double Zombie Master. Just testing this out. I might kick it to 1. It does help out sometimes, like a lot, but other times it's just a dead card in my hand if I don't have anything else to draw, so or to discard. Then I have 2 Goblin Zombie. I put this on here because it probably looked better on paper than it did in the actual game. But I found out I could search literally anything, which I shouldn't have had to find that out before after putting it in there. So I like it a lot. At 2, I rarely ever see it in starting hand, which I don't want to anyway. I can book it with 500,000 monsters later, or not book it, foolish it with 500,000 monsters later, and get it into the graveyard, get it on the field somehow, and make Omega with it with Unizombie. Doesn't really matter how you make Omega, you're going to be making Omega. Samurai Skulls, just because they Foolish Burial a Foolish Burial monster, and they're a zombie, so it has a little bit of synergy. They won't get their effect, however, if they are special summoned, because it's when normal summoned, so don't forget that. Dogozuki, really good card. Does another, it's another Foolish Burial again, and then when it's in your graveyard you can banish this and another zombie, special summon a zombie from your hand, so that's really good too. Necroface, this is kind of a tech choice. I was really kind of iffy about putting it in there, but it's really hilarious when you banish this and banish the top 5 cards of both players' deck. Your opponent, if they're playing anything current, possibly World Chalice, because that's pretty popular right now. It's pretty hilarious to see them banish all their resources. And then getting all your banished stuff back by a normal summon is really good too. It would be more helpful late game, obviously, but it's still pretty good. A Vendread Hound Horde and a Vendread Revenants. Now, these are the shittiest zombies that you will ever see in your entire life. You will not normal summon these unless you are on the edge of anything, the edge of glory, and that's Lady Gaga. You will not summon these. The only thing that you could do is you could like Mizuki to summon it and to get their effects. They're pretty trash though. This one, Revenants, you quick play, banish a special summon monster, and then Hound Horde, quick effect of banishing a spell trap card. That sounds good, but they have to be on the field and have to be tributed with a Vendread ritual spell, so it's not that great. Shooting Doji, one of my favorite zombie cards of all time. You don't really need an emerald to get draws off if you have a Shooting Doji, especially since it's a recyclable emerald itself. So it's kind of better in a way because you're not putting the cards back into your deck and thickening your deck again to draw one. You're keeping the cards out of your deck and drawing one. So I mean, it's pretty good in my opinion. And Max C because it's limited for a reason. Then of course you have 3 Vendread Origins. It's the way that you are special summoning Vendread Slayer. You can special summon from the hand or graveyard. You can pay from the hand, field, or graveyard, which is pretty cool. Book of Life, I have it at 3. Might kick it down to 1 or 2. It doesn't really do good if you're going turn 1, which you never want to do anyway, but if you're going turn 1 with this deck, it's really dead. So they need monsters in the graveyard, and unfortunately that's not always going to be the case. So I might kick that down, but it has been working for me pretty well so far. Pre-preparation of Rites, Search, Vendread, Origin, and Slayer. It's pretty good. Lord of Darkness. I run 2 of them, not 3, because I don't want to see it all the time. I don't really run that many darks that I don't want to keep. So I'd say 2 is fine. If you want to cut it down to 1, that's cool too, but I would play at least 1. Twin Twisters, a card I never see. I've never seen this since I built this deck. I have never drawn this card. Therefore, I lose anytime there's back row. So yeah, keep that in mind. I don't want to play it at 3 though, because it's trash at 3. Double Dark Hole Regeki. You lose 2 big boards. A lot of times, the only thing that you can summon, unfortunately, is Vendread Slayer. If that's the only thing on your field, you're going to have a bad time. So you need the board wipes. And I don't have Kaijus, and Kaijus have no synergy with this. So these work. Plus, if you Dark Hole Urine stuff, it's not really all that big of a deal. Preparation of Rites. Yeah, it's Preparation of Rites. It's a really good card. It's limited again for a reason. Foolish Burial, get any zombie you want to in the graveyard. I think then we're running 5 Foolish Burials in the deck, not including the Unizombies. So that's pretty good. And then Upstart, because your opponent's life point doesn't matter in the game anymore, so it's not really all that big of a deal. Alright, that's 40 cards. Does it for the actual deck. Now we get into the extra deck. Firewall Dragon. This is really fun. You get to do some crazy shenanigans where you have a full field of zombies, you get rid of those zombies, you summon Firewall Dragon, and then suddenly you have a full field of zombies. It's crazy. So that's really good, and its ability to compulse monsters or grab them back from the graveyard is really good as well. Both of them are pretty useful. I play a Missus Radiant to fix bad fields. You don't really want a lot of your Earth-type zombies to stay out for very long, so I'm pretty sure it's just Gozuki and Mizuki that are the Earth-types. Well, you got Shootin' Doji, Gozuki, Mizuki, yeah, that's it. So you don't really want them to be on the field for very long. So if you can make a Missus Radiant with them, that's pretty good. And then it makes it easier to make your firewall if you want to go that way. But it just gets those resources back in the graveyard. Now, you want to play 3 of these. I only have 2 at the moment. I'm actually even borrowing one because I accidentally traded mine away thinking that I had extra. So yeah, it's my fault. I'm a scrub. I play the Utopia package. I really like the Utopia Prime. It's probably one of the coolest cards that exists, and it helps out if you're losing. We got Daigusto Emerald just in case, and a Minerva just in case again that you don't have your stuff in the graveyard. So there we go. That's basically the deck. Be expected to win some games that you shouldn't be winning, and then be expecting to lose the rest of them. Thank you. You can go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe if you liked it. Dislike it if you didn't like it, and thank you for watching.